Commissioner Bosch. Oh, wait, there is an inning. Okay.
At 56 RBI, lead the SEC. Mark Kiger leads the league in hitting, runs, walks, and on-base percentage. The Gators rank second in the NCAA in hitting and runs scored. Today, hot-hitting Florida hosts arch-rival Georgia. Coming next on Sunshine. From McKeithen Stadium in Gainesville, Florida, Sunshine Network presents Florida Gator Baseball. Today, the Gators meet the Georgia Bulldogs. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mick Hubert, along with former Gator great Nick Belmonte, and we welcome you to another exciting day of Florida Gator Baseball here on Sunshine. And Nick, the Gators certainly are red hot right now. They've won 5 in a row.
Boy, they're cooking on all cylinders. Pat McMahon with that big win yesterday, beating the Bulldogs pretty handily, getting a great start in the SEC weekend.
Gators are leading the league in home runs, and they got 2 home runs last night in a 12-6 Florida victory.
David Klabonis got them going early, and that's Pat McMahon. He's got a lot of guys still vying for competition. Klabonis hasn't seen a lot of action lately, but now comes in and gets the big home run, and then later on, Pat Osborne being a little more offensive than the TV show The Osbornes with a big home run, answering the Bulldogs in the top of the inning. And here's Tommy Boss closing it out for the Gators, doing a great job, adding to his glory days.
And the Gators starter was the winner last night, Jimmy Ramshaw, and the Gators win it by a score of 12-6 as Florida stays very much in contention for the league lead over in the Eastern Division. The Gators right now a half game behind South Carolina. South Carolina 12-6, then the Gators at 12-7, and Georgia is 11-8.
Well, they've separated themselves from the pack, and it's going to come down to the wire for those 3 teams.
And over in the Western Division, the best record in the league belongs to Alabama. The Crimson Tide now with a 2-game lead over second place Ole Miss. The Gators, by the way, will be at Mississippi State next week for more Sunshine Baseball of the Gators next week. But as for today, well, Nick, the Gators have an awesome hitting team.
Oh, they really do. And a guy like Mark Kiger, this is a guy who is leading the SEC in hitting with a .418 average. Well, I tell you, last week he was hot, 8 for 15. He was 8 for 10 in SEC play, and he is a guy that has volunteered to play about 4 different positions on this team, probably the MVP of this ball club today.
And he's leading the SEC in hitting. And one young man who has certainly a benefactor of all of the great hitting, the Gators starting pitcher that we'll see today, a real treat, Alex Hart.
Boy, Alex Hart, Ross Jones, he must have him on a low cholesterol diet. Look at the EKG on this guy, 9-1 with a 293, batting average against 198. What a year he's having. Those numbers right there will make any cardiologist proud.
And the arm is certainly strong again after being rebuilt a couple of years ago with the Tommy John surgery. Georgia, a team who went to the College World Series last year, a young club this year, trying to hang with the Gators.
Yeah, and then they're led by Chaz Lytle, a JUCO transfer. This guy's been leading off for them. He's second in the SEC behind Kiger in hitting. He's going to bat in the 3 spot this game today for the first time this year, and he's only 7 stolen bases away from their single-season stolen base record. Chaz Lytle, a big factor for David Perno's Georgia Bulldogs.
And for Georgia today, right-hander Bill Sharpton on the mound against Alex Hart. Those are the pitchers. Back with Gator Baseball on Sunshine in just a moment.
Hey, you know what?
What? You gotta eat.
Well, it's in your eyes. Ain't no surprise. You got a thing for checkers. Check it out. You gotta eat. Ain't nothing like this place. You gotta eat. Ain't nothing like this taste. You gotta eat. You gotta eat.
You gotta try Checkers' new Kahlua shakes. One of our nothing like 'em, gotta have 'em, way too thick for its straw shakes. Kahlua shakes right now at Checkers.
You gotta eat.
Okay, I'll wrap up with Drysdale, pick up Joe Jr., and swing by the printer.
Joe's the type of guy who likes to be productive, especially when he's working at home. That's why he went to fastaccess.com. Joe got Bell South Fast Access Internet service for $45 a month, and he got speed that's more consistent than cable modems. Fast Access DSL lets him download files in a flash, talk on the phone, email his brother, all while he's surfing the web. He also got a free month and a free DSL modem for signing up. And the best part? Now Joe has plenty of time to relax. See if you can get Fast Access DSL. Go to fastaccess.com. Connect and create something. Bell South.
University of Florida Baseball on Sunshine Network is brought to you by Checkers. You gotta eat. With Nick Belmonte, Mick Hubert back at the ballpark for Florida, Georgia today on Sunshine. On a beautiful day for baseball. For the Georgia Bulldogs and David Perno, here's the batting order, the Checkers batting order. They'll have Chris Edge leading off for the first time this year in left field. Darrell Blaze in center field batting second. Chaz Lytle, who had been the leadoff hitter every game until today, will hit third. Justin McLean at first base hitting cleanup. Adam Swan, the DH, batting fifth. Lee Mitchell at third base hits sixth. The catcher Clint Sammons batting seventh. Marshall Zabo at second base batting eighth. And the shortstop John Armitage is batting ninth. Chris Edge leads it off to start the ball game, and Alex Hart's first pitch a little bit up and away for ball one. Hart 9 wins, 1 loss, 3.12 ERA, his 12th start of the year. And opposing hitters batting just 193 this year off Alex Hart.
And one thing to notice as you look at the rest of his line, only 53 hits. That's the 198 average right there. Those walks way down from last year, way down.
That pitch slapped to the screen.
One of the reasons why the walks are down for Alex is he gets on top of that newfound cutter that Ross Jones showed him, makes him get on top of the ball and keeps the ball down. When he was walking people, he'd be up. And just the fact that he added that pitch has really helped him more consistently throw strikes.
In 2 midweek games this week, Chris Edge was 6 for 8, going 3 for 4 on Tuesday against Western Carolina, and again 3 of 4 against Georgia Tech Wednesday. With the Gators throwing a left-hander last night, Jimmy Ramshaw, Chris Edge was not in the lineup. A .317 hitter for the year. One thing about Edge, he's not bashful at taking pitches. He's the all-time leader at Georgia with 146 career walks.
And that's what a leadoff guy does. I mean, he is not let off this year, but he has that experience as a Bulldog, and he knows how to work the count. And what you're seeing right there is exactly what a leadoff hitter needs to do. Break up those 2-strike pitches, foul them off, and then work your base on balls.
Earlier in a game last year, he was down on the count 0-2, and he had a 14-pitch walk.
I remember that. I remember that game. It was up in Athens.
3-2 pitch. And there's a walk.
There it is.
147th of his career. Gators winning here last night 12-6. Georgia head coach David Perno knows about the rigors of playing on the road.
Anytime you go on the road, it's going to be difficult in our league. But today, we just want to play a little better. I thought we didn't do a real good job with the little things, and hopefully we'll do a better job today and have a chance. If we have a chance late, I feel real good about our opportunity to win.
Darrell Blaze, now the hitter for Georgia, batting .329. Blaze, a senior from Athens, has no home runs, 12 RBI. He did not play in last night's game either. In his last 3 games, he's just 2 for 11. And the bunt up the first base line is a good one. And Hart throws it into right field. Georgia has runners at second and third. And now Corselletti misplays the ball out there. And there's going to be 2 Florida errors on a ball that's bunted about 35 feet up the first base line. And it's 1-0 Georgia.
And speed kills, all set up by Edge, fouling those pitches off, working the walk. Now you got a great bunter in Blaze. I watched him last weekend put down some great bunts. He really knows how to work the short game, and speed is what gets Alex Hart to rush that throw. He actually had more time than, because he got off the mound pretty good, more time than he thought. He rushed the throw, and that led to the 2 errors in the Georgia lead.
Now here's Chaz Lytle hitting .410. He's third in the league. And he leads the SEC with 75 hits. So Georgia with a great chance to score a couple of first-inning runs against Alex Hart. Last night, Lytle had 3 hits, going 3 for 5. He's hitting .419 against SEC pitching.
And this is a guy that's done a great job. They want to get that 75 hits in the 3-hole so he can start knocking in people, because the problem is he's been left on base too much. And to give you an idea, that Blaze was credited with a sacrifice. He wasn't even given a hit on that because Alex got off the mound great, just rushed his throw, had more time, and that was represented by the scoring of a sacrifice, not a base hit right there. A sacrifice and the error on the throw.
1-2 the count on Lytle. Lytle making his 3rd stop in as many years. He played at South Florida Community College 2 years ago, and then last year was at Daytona Beach Community College. He was a JC All-American last year when he hit .422.
Leads the league in registration.
You look at Lytle and you see his hometown is Sanford, the same hometown as former Gator and now Georgia 3rd base coach Rick Eckstein. But Rick told me last night that Lytle was already committed to Georgia before Rick actually got there. There's a good look at Rick.
We'll get into the Ecksteins going down the road here. Great family.
The 1-2 pitch hit well to right field. Corsoletti going back, and it is gone. Lytle hits his 3rd home run of the year. And last night it was Florida that got off to the 3-0 first inning lead. And today Georgia leads it 3-0 in the first inning.
Only his 3rd home run on the year, but that's what David Perno did. He put him up in that 3-hole, or actually down in the 3-hole, and he wanted to get some run production out of his bat. And you can see that curveball right there. It was not the cutter fastball, it was the curveball. Ross Jones said they were going to throw more curveballs today because of all the left-handed hitters and the cut fastball, but that was a curveball that just hung.
Hart has now given up a team lead 9 home runs. The Gators are the leader in gopher balls of the pitching staff. Florida has allowed opponents now to hit 38 home runs. Justin McLean, the hitter now for Georgia.
Speaking of which, McLean hits a home run in the 9th inning last night. It's kind of a formality home run. Gators had that game well in hand, but a guy that can hit a home run as well. Well, the Gators, you know, they're not worried about the 3-run deficit in the first inning. I mean, Pat McMahon was playing the defense back anyway in that situation, giving up the run. So 1 extra run is not going to scare the Gators.
Matt Goss in center field, waiting on the can of corn.
And realistically, right now, if you're Alex Hart, your mindset is you're starting the first pitch of the game with the one to Justin McLean. So you're down 3-0. You can't let it worry about the next hitter. You can't let it worry about your next inning, which will compound it into a quick exit. You got to just forget about it, start the game right over with the 4th hitter.
Well, that's exactly right. The Gators are 3rd in the country in run scoring, 10.6 a game. So Alex figures, hey, if we don't get 3 today, I'm not going to win the game anyway.
Yeah, we'll just beat them by 7.
0-2 now, and Adam Swan.
And there's the difference also, the confidence that Ross Jones has instilled in Alex Hart. A year ago, he might have been rattled. Now it's no big deal. I'm down 3, so what?
Swan was 2 for 4 last night with a home run and 2 RBI for Georgia. He's hitting .351 for the year, 6 home runs and 28 RBI.
Another shot of Ross Jones in there. Kind of become Alex's mentor. Great job with him. Think about it. Alex Hart was 6-9 career going into the season. He's 9-1. In the 6 SEC previous starts, the Gators have won 5 of those. Batting average against went from 264 career to 198 this year.
got him. 49th strikeout for Alex Hart in 75+ innings.
We talked to a lot of scouts about Alex and what they talk about, and one of the glaring things that stands out in this young man, and you can see that's a nice pitch right there. There's your cutter against the right-handed hitter, is his mound presence, how he handles adversity, and that's what we're seeing right here after the 3-run home run. It's just business as usual.
Third baseman Lee Mitchell getting 268, 1 for 3 with a double in last night's game. He's got a 5-game hitting streak. And that pitch rides in on him, and it got him.
It glanced off the kind of the ear hole of the helmet, and that's why the umpire has called timeout, Don Gilmore, and he didn't need to train every time you get hit in the head with a pitch. Now, if you're watching at home, this is the way you turn away from a pitch. That is the correct way for to teach a youngster how to turn away from a pitch. If he turns the other way, it's just disaster. But he turns away correctly, takes the vulnerable parts of his body away from the pitch, even though it hit him. I mean, he may be okay enough to stay in this game, but that's still got to shake you up. Alex gets it up there about 90 miles an hour. That was a fastball that got him in the ear hole of the helmet. A lot of times when these things occur, a lot of times they'll say it affects the pitcher more than it does the batter, because the pitcher, they're looking at trying to find the pupils of his eye here. So the trainer's just checking to see if he has his faculties, and he's okay. That's great to see.
So Lee Mitchell, all right, as he trots on down to first base. And Georgia will have its 7th batter of the first inning stepping in. Freshman catcher Clint Sammons. Sammons hitting 265 with 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in. And he had 2 hits last night, 2 for 3, including a double. Georgia leading 3-0. They have just 1 hit.
David Perno really likes his team to open it up. They run a lot more than they've had in the past. Ron Polk's club didn't run much at all. They're almost double what they had last year.
Up and in again.
And there's the incorrect way out of ducking out of a pitch. That could have been. Now watch where he goes. That's not how you don't turn into the pitch. Boy, if that rides in on him, that could be tragic. You got to turn your body away from a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Two and 0 the count.
You've been coming to NewsChannel2000.com more than ever. Now it's our turn to come to you. Just go to our email sign-up box, choose only the categories you care about, hit submit, and customized updates come straight to your email inbox. Breaking news flashes, daily weather forecasts, new news headlines. We know your day is busy, so sign up today and we'll deliver the information you want.
NewsChannel2000.com. News, weather, and the help you need.
Are you ready for
batting order? Aaron Davidson at second base will lead it off, followed by Mark Kiger at third base, Aaron Sobry in left field, Ryan Shealy the cleanup hitter, Jeff Corselletti in right field bats fifth, Pat Osborne the DH hits sixth, Matt Goss in center field batting seventh, Brian Rose the catcher batting eighth, and the shortstop Johnny Tucker batting ninth. Gators winning last night 12-6, and Pat McMahon knows the importance of winning that series opener.
Well, you know, anytime you can get started on a Friday night and get the game going under control, which we did, and I thought we performed fairly well. So I'll tell you, Georgia made a great run on us, but we held good composure and were able to expand.
Chris Edge, Darrell Blaze, Chaz Lytle, the outfield left to right. Lee Mitchell, John Armitage, Marshall Zabo, Justin McLean in the Georgia infield. Clint Sammons, the catcher. And Bill Sharpton, hard-throwing right-hander on the mound for Georgia today. 5-3 record, 5.74 ERA. It's his 13th game, his 8th start. Aaron Davidson leads it off. And the first pitch misses, low and away to A.D., who's going great for the Gators on a 5-game hit streak. He's batting .354, 6 home runs, 27 RBI.
Sharpton, a different pitcher in SEC play, though. He's ERA above 7. Does have 3 wins, 3 and 2. But they're hitting the league, hitting .354 against him.
The low strike. 1-2 the count.
A.D. just another solid year.
On the ground to the shortstop, Armitage. Both Georgia and Florida have identical fielding percentages, .967. Now to bring up the Gators' third baseman, Mark Kiger, who moved to third base last weekend and has been there for the week.
And you're saying .967, not great, not terribly awful. I mean, you want to improve on those numbers.
Kiger leads the league in hitting, batting .418, has 9 home runs, 40 RBI, and he is red hot. Perhaps as hot as any player in the league. He has 10 hits in his last 13 at-bats. And another strike is called. And right now the Gators have got to regroup because whether they like it or not, Don Gilmore is calling a lot of strikes. And I think both Davidson and Kiger are unhappy with some of those strike calls. But it's 0-2 to Kiger. Kiger 2 for 3 with an RBI last night.
We're talking about him in the open. The team MVP up to this point. I mean, volunteered to play shortstop this year, arguably the best second baseman in not just the SEC, maybe college baseball, and said, hey, you need me at shortstop. And he took that role and did a nice job. First 40 games of the season. Now they got him over at third base, helping the club over there. And continuing, even though you got a lot more things to think about playing different positions, he's just taking that in stride and leading the SEC in hitting.
On the right side, Chaz Lytle in foul territory. And 2 out. Well, the Gators hitting .368 as a team. That's second in the country. And their 10.6 runs scored per game was third nationally. Here's Aaron Soberai, hitless in his last 10 at-bats, but still hitting .398. About 10 days ago, he was leading the league in hitting.
He's done a nice job. I mean, not just hitting. He's found a place in left field to play every day. Improving out there as an outfielder.
Two and 1 the count on Soberai.
This is a big inning for Sharpton here. Coming off the loss last night on the road. Scoring 3 and shutting the Gators down in the bottom of the first would be huge. Talk about shutdown points. This would be a big one to get that here, throwing up a 0 against the Gators on the road.
Two-out walk for Soberai. The Gators took advantage last night. Florida leading the league in 2-out hitting. Also leading the league in 2-out RBI. 7 of the Gators' first 8 runs scored last night came after 2 were out.
Championships are won with 2-out RBIs. Pat McMahon knows it. You'd be hard-pressed to find a team that doesn't do that consistently, that's not in top of their conference. And that 2-out walk a lot of times comes back to bite you. Sharpton facing that right now.
Here's Ryan Shealy hitting .364. 18 home runs to lead the Southeastern Conference and 56 runs batted in, also leading the league. 0 for 4 last night. He's in a little dip here right now. He's hitless over his last 7 at-bats.
Hit some balls hard, though, last night. Hit some balls right at some people. Guy like Shealy, he's in a great situation here on a fastball count, is a guy that makes the field just seem that much smaller because the ball jumps off his bat with such velocity. It gets to the infielders so quick, and it gets by them so quick. I mean, he's just such a strong hitter.
It was impressive last night, Nick. The Gators get 12 runs, 16 hits, and they're 3 and 4 guys. Sobereye and Shealy really didn't contribute. They went a combined 0 for 8 last night.
And that's, you know, in order to hit what they're hitting as a team, obviously everyone's got to contribute, and that's what you're seeing this year.
But Sharpton still pitching cautiously after.
Yeah, they want no part of Shealy. You could see that, especially with the 2-out walk. You know, he makes a bad pitch here, and that 3-run inning's pretty much all for naught.
There goes the runner, and ball 4. A pair of walks with 2 out will bring the tying run to the plate for Florida now. As Sobereye's at second, Shealy at first, and the Gators right fielder, Jeff Corsoletti, coming to the plate.
And Jeff's got to get in here now. I mean, he's a guy that he's kind of a platoon guy. He came up in yesterday's game with 2nd and 3rd, nobody, or 2 outs. They put him on a base on balls. As a hitter, boy, you got to be depressed. You're up there in an RBI situation. They walk you, and Brian Rose gets the big hit. But here's Corsoletti. He's got to be patient here. Very important.
Well, let's see if Sharpton just goes right after him. He didn't want to throw any strikes, really, to Sobereye and Shealy. And there's a 2-out base hit for Corsoletti. Sobereye around third. He'll score without a throw. And there's a 2-out RBI. The Gators trail 3-1.
Nick, that 2-out walk, I mean, that just drives a pitching coach crazy. It always finds a way, more times than not anyway, of getting a run scored. This is a big momentum builder. He gets a pitch right down the gut. You want to attack on that. He didn't go after a bad pitch. He went after a very hittable pitch and drives it in the gap. Corsoletti, one of those guys that's vying every day, playing hard, trying to get some playing time. Competition still running rampant in that Gator roster.
Well, here's Pat Osborne with a career-high 11-game hitting streak. And the curveball right in there.
2-out RBI, Mick. Another one. This is outstanding.
You know, you have to think that Sharpton says, I got to get Corsoletti. I got to get ahead of him in the count. So he makes a pitch a little too good. And he slaps to the left because he really didn't want to face Osborne.
No.
Right, it was men on base. The way Osborne is hitting. Osborne has 11 home runs, the latest coming last night, a 2-run shot. He's got 45 runs batted in. He hit 3 home runs against Winthrop this year on February 16th.
Yeah, they were pitching him wrong.
And there's a ball hit to right center field. Coming in the right fielder, and Lytle can't make the play there either. A little flare. Here's another run as Shealy has scored, and the Gators trail 3-2. And that 2-out hitting continues to be profitable for the Gators.
Now think about this. They get the 3-run inning. There's Georgia in the first, and it's now just almost wasted. From a momentum standpoint, it is wasted. Because the Gators coming right back with 2 runs, and with 2 outs, that digs you in the heart even more. When you have 2 out, nobody on, a couple of base on balls, slap a few line drives together, and you're almost back to square one.
Matt Goss now the hitter. He swings the first pitch, hits a deep drive, right field, going, it is gone. Oh my! Matt Goss with a towering 3-run home run over the right field scoreboard, and the Gators have just scored 5 runs after 2 out to take a 5-3 lead. And Matt Goss is now 5 for his last 5 on the heels of an 0 for 16 slump.
And came in last night's game, got 2 line drive hits, got back in the starting lineup today. Can't wait. He's hitting swinging the bat good in the last 24 hours. Can't wait to get up there and crushes over the scoreboard the first pitch. A little hanger right there, and hangs over the scoreboard.
Well, if you're just tuning in, you haven't missed anything. It's still the first inning. Oh, and 8 runs have scored.
What does that say about what the Gators needed to do in the first inning down 3? I mean, what an answer. Big deal. You put up 3? One of the best hitting teams in the nation. We'll stick a 5 on you. With 2 outs, no less.
Brian Rose hitting .329. He's got a sharply hit ball to Mitchell at third. And he'll throw him out. So the Gators sent 8 men to the plate. 5 of them score. After 1, it's Florida 5 and Georgia 3.
When you travel on business, don't downsize. Amerisize at AmeriSuites. Need more room to spread out? Get more workspace and features like high-speed internet access, plus more space to unwind in a comfortable suite for the price of an ordinary hotel room. And when it comes to breakfast, don't downsize. Amerisize. Get AmeriSuites' free Bountiful Breakfast Buffet every morning. Next time, check into AmeriSuites. Don't downsize. Amerisize.
Keep it right here all season long on the network that's first in Florida sports. Sunshine Network.
With Nick Belmonte, I'm Mick Hubert here at McKeithen Stadium. Gators now leading 5-3. Into the second inning we move, and there's Matt Goss with a big smile on his face following his long home run. Fireworks galore in that first inning. Chaz Lytle for a home run off the scoreboard for Georgia. And then Goss said, hey, I can go a little better than that. Over the scoreboard. 3-run home run. 5-3 Florida lead. As we come to the second inning, Marshall Zabo, second baseman for Georgia. Zabo hitting .389. Hitless in his last 5 at-bats. He did not start last night with 0 for 1 off the bench.
Zabo's a nice player, freshman All-America candidate. They're young up the middle at Georgia, and these guys play together for a number of years. They're going to be tough.
Yeah, Rose caught that ball right. You see that ball bounce behind his chest protector?
There's an unsung hero right there, Brian Rose. My goodness.
Look out. Boy, that's up and in, and it's hit Zabo.
Hit him in the ear hole from the left side. Thank goodness these Georgia players are ducking out of the way the correct way, turning away from the pitch. And watch, turns his head correctly away. Actually got him in the shoulder. My goodness.
Zabo's okay, and we're glad to see that. That's going to shake up the Gator bullpen a little bit. Going to get somebody warming up for Florida now. His heart has been very erratic. He made 30 pitches in the first inning. Here's the shortstop, John Armitage, now for Georgia.
Well, what they wanted to do against the lefties today is get away from the cutter. That's the pitch that he has a very good command on. But against lefties, probably not the ideal pitch to throw, going more to the fastball and curveball. But those pitches have not been sharp.
Up the first base line, Sheely will make the play on a sacrifice to send Zabo into scoring position down at second.
I don't think you can win playing little ball with your pitching.
Down 2, David Perno wants, in the bottom of the order, get his guy down there. But, you know, you're not going to consistently beat this Florida offense sacrificing people. You're going to almost have to play, roll the dice and play for the big inning.
Leadoff hitter Chris Edge now.
I'd say if we were maybe in the 7th inning and it was a pitcher's duel, perhaps, but man, the way the Gators came out firing in the first, this could be a double-digit type of game.
Last night, Georgia trailed 8-1 in the 6th inning. They had 12 hits in the game, but Gators just really jumped on them early.
And Georgia does like to run. I mean, they've got the fast lineup in with Edge, Blaze, and then Lytle down at the 3-hole. These guys can run.
Tough hop for Tucker. He stayed right with it. Well, that youngster is really playing well in the middle part of the Florida infield.
Yes, what you said was a very good point. He stayed right with it. He had to gather himself because that ball took a tricky hop and bounced up over his head. When that happens, you've got to reset yourself because he had to stop on this tricky hop. He had to stop, actually go back on it. Now he's got to reset himself and did a nice job, good arm angle, right on the money. Great play by Tucker, good adjustment.
There's Johnny Tucker. Darrell Blaze now the hitter for Georgia. Blaze reached on an error the first time up. He played at West Georgia one year and then Georgia Perimeter Junior College another year.
What a great name for a guy with speed, huh?
Yeah, blazing speed. Just missed. 1-2.
Oh, man. That was a great pitch.
Well, you know, I know how you feel about it, Nick. And when there's 8 runs scored in the first inning, and a pitcher can't get that pitch for a strike, it might be 24-23.
Oh my! I mean, that last pitch, the one he just threw just then, was a little bit high, but that 0-2 pitch, that was there.
Davidson, good play, great stretch. Sheely on a very fast runner, Blaze. So the Gator defense does the job. No runs, no hits after an inning and a half. It remains the Gators 5 and Georgia 3.
Hey, you know what? What? You gotta eat. Well, it's in your eyes. Ain't no surprise. You got a thing for checkers. Check it out. You gotta eat. Ain't nothing like this place. You gotta eat. Ain't nothing like this taste. You gotta eat. You gotta eat, eat.
You gotta try Checkers' new Kahlua shakes. One of our nothing like 'em, gotta have 'em, way too thick for a straw shakes. Kahlua shakes right now at Checkers.
You gotta eat.
I am Ruth Riley. Call 786-777-4SOL or log on to miamisoul.com.
Bottom of the 2nd inning here at McKeithen Stadium. Gators leading it 5-3.
Here's a run-saving play by Davidson. Now here's a pitch, kind of a soft liner. Now watch Blaze down the line. He's doing 2 things wrong. He's looking at the play, number 1, and then he leaps. That leap from that far back will actually slow you down. He'd been better served to take an extra step and not go airborne and leap. I call that the FTD florist leap right there.
Johnny Tucker leads it off for the Gators here in the bottom of the 2nd. Tucker hitting .400. He has started now the last 9 games. Sharply hit and a tough hop there for Armitage. Something going on there at shortstop.
Oh man, these guys are just playing it out there. He's laughing. He's got, I almost took my head off.
You're going to need a face mask.
Speaking of which, I'm sure you saw that new Jason movie that came out. Oh, you're a big fan.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't give it away.
A lot of time in Starkville this year.
Is there time to build a theater? That pitch fouled out of play.
I think you're nip and tuck, perhaps. On that one.
I think you'll have more time in Starkville than me. I think you have earlier travel plans than I do.
Yes. Getting there.
You're probably there early enough for a Thursday afternoon clinic.
I think, well, I don't think I'll be there a long time, but they said something about taking a driver's test.
Davidson grounded out short to first to start the game. In fact, the first two Gator hitters went down easily, and the Gators gave no indication they were moments away from scoring 5 runs, all with 2 out in the opening inning. But that's what happened. And Florida leads 5-3 here in the second. Deflected off the glove. Sharpton to Zabo. 1-4-3 putout. Two up and 2 down as another look at this one.
Well, Mick, 2 up, 2 down. We got him right where we want him. Gators in the same position, just didn't get going through a 5 spot up there.
Mark Kiger drafted in the 27th round by the Red Sox coming out of high school in 1999.
And he's done such a great job this year. He'll be back in the hopper this year. Some lucky team will get his services. And he's just one of those guys that scouts, you know, they say he's just a baseball rat. They'd love to have him on their team. He's just a hard-nosed player. He's stronger than, I mean, if you just look maybe at his, from afar, but close up, he's strong. He can drive the ball. He's not a punch and Judy hitter for sure. He can drive it.
And he drives this ball to center field. Blaze going back, and his speed can't get it. Now we'll see Kiger turning 2, heading for third. Here's the throw, the slide. He's in there, safe at third. Kiger with the most exciting play in baseball, a triple to right center field.
Well, Mark, thanks for making my point, but he's just driving it in the gap. Blaze leaving his feet. And once he did that, Kiger knew he had a chance for 3. He picks up John Cohn around halfway around first. He knew he was going for 3. And that was a nice job by Georgia actually getting that ball in and making it that close. But, you know, Mark is that kind of guy. There's the SEC leading hitter, and you saw why.
He now has the team lead in triples with 4. Florida leads the league in triples as a club with 22. Aaron Soberai, the hitter.
What also made that play exciting was, you know, you got a guy with great speed and Blaze leaving his feet and getting the ball back in and making it close. That was a great job by Georgia. After usually when a guy leaves his feet, it's usually a stand-up triple.
And a fan makes a great catch on that ball right behind the plate. There he is.
I think that's the guy from Hawthorne.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Right up the road. This would be a great spot for Sobey to knock in a 2-out run here. Kind of kickstart him a little bit. Well, Sharpton obviously a different pitcher when going to the stretch. Just really struggling. First, in this situation, he is going full windup, but in the first inning when he went to the stretch, He struggled.
Again fouled back. And a fan makes the catch. I think he's from McIntosh.
Yeah. East McIntosh, I think.
Struck him out, blew it right past him. No runs, one hit, one left. We move to the third inning. It remains Florida 5 and Georgia 3.
Pizza Hut knows the best pizza is one that's delivered on time.
So we're making big changes around here.
We've added more people to take your order. And we've retrained our crews to serve you better. We are moving in here.
Your pizza will be delivered when we say it will.
And if your pizza isn't delivered within 5 minutes of when we promise,
Your next Pizza Hut pizza is free. Free? Free.
guaranteed.
Why trust anyone else to deliver your pizza?
Call now and get a medium one-topping pizza for only 99 cents when you purchase a large specialty pizza at the regular price. Put Pizza Hut to the test.
The Italians have a saying, fare un cinema. Translation, make a movie. Live every moment of your life as if it were to be captured on film. Our translation, live like you mean it. Introducing Fine Living, the new network for people who want to make the most of their lives with travel, adventure, design, and inspiration. Fine Living.
Fine Living, coming soon to digital cable from Time Warner.
The Hornets and the Magic. Coverage begins Tuesday at 6:30 with Magic Tonight.
University of Florida Baseball on Sunshine Network is brought to you in part by Steak and Shake, famous for steak burger, and by Singular Wireless. What do you have to say? Top of the third inning, Chaz Lytle will lead it off for Georgia. He had the big home run for the Dogs in the first inning. Right-hander Alex Hart pitching with a 2-run lead. This one is fouled back again. It's 0-2. And another fan, I think, has made a catch there, Nick.
Yep, from Newberry. There I heard today.
The Gators have made 2 errors, but the fans have yet to commit a miscue. Aaron Davidson, room service ground ball, 1 out.
AD, solid job, made a nice play on Blaze to end the second, and makes the routiner here. He's done a nice job at second base this year. He's elevated his game defensively at that position.
He's also played well in right field this year, too. Justin McLean, 0 for 1. McLean played for Florida State 2 years ago in limited duty. 12 games, he had 12 at-bats. Then he went to Okaloosa Walton Community College before now playing at Georgia. And what a start he got in a Bulldog uniform. On opening day, he hit 2 home runs, 5 RBI as Georgia beat North Carolina.
The Carolina team beating the University of Miami last night. Tar Heels winning at home, making some noise.
Hit to right and deep. Corselletti right at the fence. Nice play by the youngster in right field for Florida.
I wonder if the Gator bullpen was helping him on that one. Corselletti gets back there. He started out drifting a little bit, but then found the wall. He rounds it off. He knows he has room. He kind of leaped up there. He didn't realize he had that much room. Of course, his buddies over there just to his left should be helping him.
Mark Kiger at third. And Alex Hart. Nicely done. Sets them down in order. We go to the last of the third. It remains Florida 5 and Georgia 3.
Hey,
Hey, sports fans, the race for the ultimate tailgating grill is on, and the Grill to Go is leaving the competition in the dust. Ordinary charcoal grills take 30 minutes or more to heat up, but the Grill to Go goes from 0 to cooking in record time. Unfold the legs, set the grill on top, attach propane cylinder, slide in shelves, hit the ignition, and you're cooking while old school grills are still in first gear. The high-performance griddle lets you cook pancakes, eggs, and bacon. And the Teflon Classic non-stick surface from DuPont turbocharges cleanup. Just rinse, wipe, and you've got the green light to go. Don't let tailgating season kick off without your Grill to Go. It's light, portable, easy to use. And with its extra large grilling surface, it's sure to be the MVP of every tailgate party. Call the number on your screen now to order, or look for the Grill to Go at major retailers everywhere.
Bottom of the third, Gators leading 5-3. And the Gators will host Georgia in the series finale tomorrow at 1. It'll be GRU batting helmet day, and the first 1,000 fans receive Gator batting helmets, courtesy of GRU. Tomorrow, right here, it'll be heard on the Gator Radio Network and also through GatorZone.com. Ryan Sheely will lead things off. Big crowd here today, and there was a big crowd here last night to watch the Gators win 3,540.
Yeah, it's great to see the fans are back supporting this ball club. It's great.
Sheely walked and scored a run in that 5-run Florida first inning.
I like to sit a couple innings when I come here and not doing a game out in the bleachers. It's a different perspective for a lot of reasons.
Did you make it out there last night?
I was out there for a couple innings, yeah.
I think we'll put you in the bleachers next week, too.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I heard they are actually putting me out there on Saturday. They say some interesting things to the outfielders and home and away. Left fielders have to take all that. Of course, at Starkville, all the outfielders get it.
3-1 now to Sheely.
The research they find on the players' backgrounds, it's amazing.
Is he playing deep or what?
In the case of Sheely, I guess.
Sheely may not get the swing today. He's in walk twice.
Yeah, they don't want any part of him. You can see it.
Ryan Sheely has homered in 4 of his last 6 games and in 5 of his last 8. He has more career home runs than he does career doubles.
And Sheely's hit 12 of his 18 home runs against SEC opponents. So the word is out. Just stay away from him.
And a great guy, too. Worked really hard to get himself in this position this year. Here's Jeff Corselletti. Hit the first pitch for a base hit into left field. Really got the Gator offense ignited there with an RBI.
Yeah, went first pitch fastball, and I like the patience here, even though it was a strike, letting that first pitch breaking ball, just taking that pitch. That's good discipline right there. Corselletti is one of those guys that just he's vying for a position, wants to play every day. A lot of these Gator hitters, you see them, they're still out there battling for jobs. Very healthy.
Snap throw to first. Sheely got back. That's something that Sammons likes to do. Throw behind the runner down at first base.
If you got a legitimate chance, yes. Just to show off your arm, not a good idea.
Sheely at first base with a leadoff walk. Ball 3, strike 1.
Well, now Jeff sitting on a fastball. Like I was talking about, some of these players like a Jake Reardon, Ben Harrison, David Klabonis, a lot of guys that are making contributions even though they don't start every day. Mario Garza. A lot of healthy competition in that offensive lineup. Well, 3-1 count, not out of the question to start Sheely here. But you like that right side open.
Gloved beautifully by McLean and makes the play at first base. Nicely done by the Georgia first baseman.
And that's why you want the right side open so that ground ball can get through. He barely gets to that ball. Had he been playing back, makes an easy play, but gets it down the line. Nice play right here by McLean. Backhand, leaves his feet, thinks about second, probably makes the wiser play, gets the for sure out.
And that'll bring up Pat Osborne. He had a base hit last in the first inning. Osborne now hitting .406. Osborne entered the weekend 4th in the league in hitting, 6th in the league in home runs, 5th in the league in RBI, and 5th in total hits.
Really thought about it, but made the wiser decision.
Bottom of the third, Gators leading 5-3. With Sheely at second base, just one out. Osborne has 22 hits in his last 44 at-bats. A very nifty .500 average.
Yeah, between Sheely and Osborne, they may not see a strike the rest of the game. They're going to try to get them to get themselves out. Now, David Perno realized he's got first base open. There's no reason to give in here, but choose your poison. The guy on deck just hit one over the scoreboard. I think they're going to have to challenge him. A breaking ball 3-0. That's respect right there.
Bill Sharpton has won his last 2 decisions. He beat Georgia State on April 16th, going 8 innings. Last weekend, he beat Kentucky, going 7. Both as a starting pitcher. This pitch is driven to deep center field. Blaze going back in front of the track will make the catch.
Now, Ryan read it wrong. When he saw Blaze, for some reason he didn't get back, because Blaze, you could see, had it measured. You want to be at third base in that situation with 1 out. But that's all right. I mean, he's looking at it. He sees that he's got it measured and just didn't get there quicker.
Now Matt Goss steps in. Big 3-run home run in the first inning. Goss's 6th home run of the year. He led the club last season with 11 home runs. Pitch hit to shallow right field. Lytle coming in, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits. 1 man left. They've completed 3 innings. Here at McKeithen Stadium, it remains the Gators 5 and Georgia 3.
At Steak and Shake, we're a restaurant. You sit. I serve.
Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers.
Hi, I'm Dorinda Washington, and this is my husband, Craig. Every year we walk in March of Dimes Walk America to help give babies a fighting chance. Our son Justin was born 4 months premature and struggled to survive in a NICU, just like this one.
Thanks to the March of Dimes medical advances in specialized neonatal intensive care, Justin survived and thrived.
Please give babies a fighting chance. Join March of Dimes Walk America and be a hero for the tiniest babies. Call 1-800-525-WALK and register today.
Top of the fourth inning. Gators leading 5-3. Georgia has lost 2 in a row after a 6-game win streak. Meanwhile, the Gators have won 5 straight and 7 of the last 8. We move to the fourth inning, and for Georgia, it'll be third baseman Lee Mitchell leading it off against the Gator right-hander Alex Hart. Mitchell hit by pitch in the first inning. In the first 3 innings, Alex Hart made 58 pitches, just half of them for strikes. Line drive to left, right to Sobey, 1 out.
And those are the outs you need to get in the course of a 9-inning game. A guy hits the ball right at somebody. You kind of get away with one right there.
That brings up the Georgia catcher, Clint Sammons. Sammons from Stone Mountain. He won't turn 19 until May 15th. First pitch swinging out to Johnny Tucker. Lets the ball roll up his arm. And he's got a rare error there. And the Gators have made 3 errors in the game.
This is a case where Johnny had a lot more time too, and a little fancy on that little one-handed play here. He didn't necessarily need to be coming in like that. He had plenty of time. Playing it off to the side. Runner wasn't lightning down the line.
Here's Marshall Szabo. Szabo from Alpharetta. There goes the runner on the hit and run. And he fouls it back. Alex Hart 15-10 in his Gator career. Here at home, he's 10-4. Top of the fourth, Gators leading 5-3. Florida has won 14 of the last 18 games in the series, and the Gators have beaten Georgia here in Gainesville 9 straight games. Shealy's got a room service double play. A line drive by Szabo to the 6'5" Shealy. He steps on the bag. Simmons hung out to dry. No runs, no hits. An error, nobody left. It remains 5-3 Florida.
Get ready, Central Florida, for the 74th Annual Orange Tag Sale. Now at Orange Buick GMC. Southeast's largest inventory. Every vehicle clearly tagged with amazing markdowns. No negotiating necessary. Rebates up to $3,500. Rates from 0.0%. Our no fees policy saves you $500 more. It's the biggest car sale of the year, but it ends this weekend. So hurry to the Southeast #1 volume Buick GMC dealer. Orange Buick GMC. It's down to the wire on Tuesday as the Magic try to block the Hornets and secure a shot at the second round. Game 4 coverage begins Tuesday at 6:30 on Sunshine.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Gators leading at 5-3. And where do you get your regional sports news? Well, if you tune into the state's only source, Nextel Florida Sports News on Sunshine Network. Barry Milligan and Tom Block will wrap up the day in sports, while Larry Battelle will provide you with the latest discussions from Gainesville. If it's complete regional sports news coverage you're looking for, tune into Nextel Florida Sports News, weeknights at 10, only on Sunshine.
Everybody.
Yeah, Gators need to shake it up here, too.
Bottle of water comes in mighty handy today. A warm day at the ballpark. Temperature pushing 90 degrees. But no complaints. Nick, I was watching the Cubs and the Dodgers yesterday. 43 degrees, Wrigley Field.
Yeah, Steve Russell was up in Knoxville, and he was freezing yesterday doing Gator softball.
Brian Rose leads off the last of the 4th inning.
That's why baseball players need to come to Gainesville.
Here's a ball hit to left. Edge going back at the track, makes the catch.
Well, I tell you, they've gotten some great play out of that left field position the last 2 days. Coffey made some great plays yesterday, and now similar thing here, Edge. This ball is smoked.
Got just under it a little bit.
Had to get up there and get it, but nice play by Edge.
Shortstop Johnny Tucker has a line drive, base hit into left.
Those are 2 well-hit balls. Osborne's ball was hit well last inning. They seem to have Sharpton measured. A couple of bunched hits here, and I think they'll chase him. Hanging breaking ball. Tucker, great job keeping the hands back. He's thinking 2 out of the box just in case it kicks away for a second.
Top of the batting order, Aaron Davidson now the hitter. Down to third, Mitchell to Szabo to McLean. 5-4-3 double play. Georgia has turned 43 double plays on the year. We played through 4 innings. Our score remains the Gators 5, Georgia 3.
Want to become an expert on the Florida Gators? Want to get inside the program? The easiest way is to subscribe to Gator Bait magazine. Now in its 20th year, Gator Bait is your #1 source for Gator sports. Game stories, player features, recruiting, analysis. It's all covered in every issue of Gator Bait by an award-winning staff. Subscribe today and receive 32 full-color issues plus the preseason football and basketball yearbooks. Call 1-800-782-3216 or log on at www.gatorbait.net. Don't wait. Get Gator Bait.
In finding what you need is the Sprint Yellow Pages. The best red Yellow Pages. Cha-cha-cha.
All of the scoring today in the first inning. And the Gators put up 5 after 2 were out. Alex Hart is settling down a little bit. He's only allowed Georgia 1 hit. As we come now to the top of inning number 5, and for the Dogs, they'll send to the plate their shortstop, batting out of the 9-hole, John Armitage. Both teams turned a double play ball in the 4th inning today.
Both pitchers have settled down, but Hart has been a little more dominant since he's only given up 1 hit, and that was the home run to Lytle. The Gators have made 3 errors, which hasn't helped the cause, but the one that really hurt, I guess, is the one that Hart made, throwing the ball away back in the 1st.
Softly hit. Davidson gloves it and throws out Armitage.
Yeah, and that play right there, Davidson, with a left-handed hitter with some speed, had to come in and play it off to the side. Tucker, on the other hand, had the catcher up and didn't have to rush it. And the catcher at the time was a right-handed hitter. You see AD right there. That's a nice play.
Now the Georgia left fielder, Chris Edge, a senior from Savannah. He's enjoying his best year at the plate hitting-wise at .313.
Played in old Grayson Stadium many years ago in Savannah. One of the oldest ballparks in North America. Still play minor league ball there. In fact, Jason Dill, Gator, former Gator player, played his minor league ball. I think they called it Savannah Sand Gnats, Rangers farm club.
They were with the Braves for a while.
Yeah, for many years.
Long time, yeah.
Short porch and left. They had to build a screen, a high screen there. It was so short.
I remember that, the Screen Monster.
The Screen Monster in Savannah. Oh, man. Played in the Savannah tournament with former Gators in the summertime, John Chappell and Joel Murray.
What was the movie they filmed in Savannah?
They did do a movie in Savannah. But Joel Murray's now the head coach at Western Kentucky.
And a base hit.
How about Gone with the Wind?
No.
Oh. Joel Murray, head coach at Western Kentucky. He's got his club, one of the top clubs in that conference. Joel doing a great job.
Here's Darrell Blaze. It was just the second hit of the game for Georgia. Alex Hart made a start at Georgia last year on April 15th. No decision. 4 innings of work, allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 were earned. He walked 6. It was a game the Gators lost. Georgia won Friday and Saturday last year, then the Gators salvaged the Sunday game, which made the bus ride home a little more palatable.
Always want to win on getaway day. There's no question about it.
Now Ross Jones is going to go out and talk with Hart.
Yeah, you got to challenge this guy right here, Blaze. I mean, it's not. Don't be surprised if Blaze doesn't try to drop a bunt down if the count gets to 2-1 here. With his speed, I like the way he drops the ball. He bunts it down towards first base on the drag bunt. There's Ross talking mechanics here with Alex.
Alex Hart is 6 feet 5 inches tall, and this is the first pitching coach he's ever had to look up to. Ross is around 6'7", I
think. It depends on what part of the mound Ross gets to.
Stand down there a little lower.
Oh, hack it away, 2-0 here. Again, not a bad play for a guy like Blaze to drop one down in this situation.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
See what this pitch is right here. He doesn't think about bunting, that's for sure. The pitch dropped down. Maybe around knee high, maybe a little bit lower.
A little high there. It's ball 3 and strike 2.
Well, you start the runner here. David Perno's been pretty aggressive in the 2 days that I've watched him coach, and I think he starts his runner here.
And the fans hoping for a strikeout.
And a strikeout throwout.
There he goes. And ball 4. Georgia gets the tying runs on base with 1 out. And their good hitters coming up. The 3-hole hitter, Chaz Lytle, coming to the plate.
We got Lytle on a routine ground ball to Davidson his last time up after surrendering the home run in the first inning. So we'd love to see a same one-hop ground ball to second base right here. Lytle runs pretty good, so any double play ball it has to be hit fairly hard.
Showing bunt. Ball 1.
I don't know that. I don't get that one. And this is a guy who has a home run in this game. Three-hole hitter. I don't think they're going to be sacrificing her. Doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just my opinion. Lytle is hitting .411.
Yeah, and he's 18 for 31 over the last 8 games.
I know he wasn't taking a strike. If Blaze was swinging 2-0, Lytle definitely wasn't taking a strike in this situation, nor should he have been. Represents the lead run.
Down the left side, Sobrai giving chase. He'll make the catch about 8 feet fair.
Well, that's a big out right there. That's a big out. I'm not sure I was, you know, Lytle's approach right there was kind of, I don't know. Showed bunt. I don't know if he did that on his own. If he did, I'm sure David Perno's going to call him over and chat with him. One would think that's something that he thought of on his own. But he had to be up there hacking. But that was a relatively easy at-bat for Alex Hart in a tough situation.
Big cut from McLean. He's hit 2 fly balls today, 1 to center and 1 to right. But Porcelletti made a fine catch in the 3rd inning, right at the wall. Good stop by Rose.
This would be huge if Alex gets out of this. First and second, 1 out with 3 and 4 coming up. Handled the 3-hole hitter, the second leading hitter in the SEC, rather easily. A pitch away here from getting out of it.
He's reaching for that. 1 and 2 on Justin McLean.
There's your cutter right there. Does he come back with the same thing here? If he does, he'd put it in the same location because that was unhittable.
Edge at second, Blaze at first, 2 out. And he popped it up. All right. Sobrai will make the catch to retire the side. 1 hit, no runs, 2 men left. We're halfway through today after 4.5 innings at McKeithen Stadium. Florida 5 and Georgia 3.
Hey, you know what? What? You gotta eat. Well, it's in your eyes. Ain't no surprise. You got a thing for checkers. Check it out. You gotta eat. Ain't nothing like this place. You gotta eat. Ain't nothing like this taste. You gotta eat. You gotta eat, eat.
You've gotta try Checkers' new Kahlua shakes. One of our nothing like 'em, gotta have 'em, way too thick for a straw shakes. Kahlua shakes right now at Checkers.
You gotta eat.
Log on to SunshineNetwork.com to play the Mercedes-Benz Hole-in-One Challenge. Take one swing on 9 different holes and see how close you can get to the pin. Win money if you stay in the fairway or make it on the green. And if you make a hole-in-one, it's worth $100,000. But watch out, no gopher hazards. Stay out of the water, in bounds, and off the beach. And you might find your name posted on the leaderboard. So log on and tee it up in the Mercedes-Benz Hole-in-One Challenge.
With Nick Belmonte, I'm Mick Hubert. Bottom of the 5th, Gators leading 5-3. All the scoring today in the very first inning. Mark Kiger will lead things off for the Gators here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and Mark Kiger noticeably absent from that list, Nick.
That's the Baseball America College Player of the Year. The Louisville Slugger presents that. And, you know, we want to throw a little love to Mark Kiger, get him on there. John Manuel from Baseball America, could we consider our guy Kiger with numbers offensively right up there deserving. And I think we might see that in the near future. We're going to hope that Mark has earned his way on there, and I think he has.
Kiger, his first 2 years at Florida, led the league in fielding by second baseman. Then moved to shortstop this year, and now in the last week has moved to third base. He's played all over the infield. He leads the league in hitting, in runs scored, in walks, in on-base percentage, third in hits, and not doing too badly.
And when you watch this guy play every day, what he brings to a team, and I think when you talk about College Player of the Year, you know, it's also a team award, because without him, the Gators would be in trouble in a lot of areas. Volunteered to play shortstop. There's his last ball, driven to the gap and slides in head first for the triple. But to be playing shortstop, third base, and arguably the best second baseman in the conference last year, but very unselfishly said, hey, you need help at shortstop this year, I'm your guy. And Pat McMahon was worried. He thought he was going to lose points to his average because he's going to have to worry about playing shortstop every day.
Breaking ball at the letters, 3-2.
Yeah, that's a great thing about Pat. You know, he's got a guy that's hitting higher than he ever did, playing really out of position. I mean, he's doing a great job wherever he's putting him. But the fact that he thought, you know, I put him at second base, you know, he knows how to play second. He'll concentrate more on hitting, but he's done a great job in all areas.
Ball hit well, right center field. They had him played perfectly this time, and Lytle goes over to the gap to make the catch.
I'll tell you, Florida has hit some line drives today. Rose lined out. Kiger at that time. Osborne, long hard fly ball to center field his last time up.
Here's Aaron Sobrai, who has walked and struck out.
That was the 74th pitch thrown by Sharpton. They got activity in their bullpen on a hot day. That's Brandon Moorhead. He was the Saturday starter last week against Kentucky.
He also leads their club in saves with 5.
Well, they say he's about a 2-time through the lineup guy. He went into around the 5th inning last Saturday, 5th or 6th inning. So he got stretched out a little bit, but they know how important that win is here today.
There's the ball hit to the gap, left center field. Sobrai around first, and we'll stop there with a base hit. So Aaron Sobrai snaps an 0-for-11 hitless streak. The Gators now have 6 hits today.
Well, you always need a hit like that to get you going. I mean, it wasn't smoked on the nose, but it fell in. And a lot of times we're in on his hands a little bit. I mean, this aluminum bat hit all the way, but you'll take it. And why not enough? You need some of these as well.
Brian Shealy has seen 10 pitches today. 8 have been balls.
Well, I tell you, they're staying about 3 inches off that plate, down and away. The only other place they could probably pitch him is way in on the hands or up the ladder. But they don't want to mess with that fastball with Shealy, as they know he can hurt them.
Shealy with 34 career home runs. 18 have come this year.
I don't know if Sharpton's really worried about him going, or he's just buying time for Moorhead. Maybe both. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
David Perno comes out of the Georgia dugout. And it was good to see David Perno get the head coaching job. An Athens native who played there, Nick. Went to the College World Series with Georgia. And
leads red and black.
Yeah, was assistant and promoted to the head coaching job. It's worked out great for him. He's got a young ball club that's playing very aggressively and doing a nice job. And certainly worked out for Rick Eckstein to join the staff. It's a young staff at Georgia, and they've done a fine job.
Yeah, Rick. It's great to see Rick get a assistant's job in the SEC, a league in which he played. There's his brother David Eckstein in the big leagues. All the Gators proud of that. There's David Eckstein as a player at the University of Florida. A guy that saw no time at shortstop at the University of Florida, but put him up in the big leagues, and he'll hang with the best in the game at that position. Just another amazing part of the life of David Eckstein.
Well, that's going to be it for Bill Sharpton. The Georgia starter leaves the game with his team trailing 5-3. And for Georgia, new pitcher coming into the ball game now will be Brandon Moorhead. His 12th game, 6 in relief. He's 2-1 with a 4.58 earned run average. He's worked 39 in the third innings. He's allowed 40 hits.